Stupid.
This whole fucking movie.
No.
Stupid.
The whole story. I'm just kidding.
Okay, 3, 2, and 1. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Welcome back to Fictionally Unstable, because real life's not dramatic enough.
With your host, Jessica, Maciel,
And Lauren.
What's up, y'all?
What's up? Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Lauren's losing her voice, so if she
If
sounds raspy, that's why.
it becomes an ASMR moment.
Today we're talking about the newly released film, Reminders of Him, which is based off of a book by Colleen Hoover. It's starring Tyreek Withers, who plays Ledger, and Micah Monroe, who plays Kenna. So those are your main characters. And then you have Rudy Pankow as Scotty, Lauren Graham as Grace. And then who was the
dad was in
That was the guy that we said reminded us of from Vladimir.
Bradley Whitford,
right?
Yes, but he's in Get Out. That's the guy from Get Out.
Yes, and Handmaid's Tale.
Yes. And then we have Bradley Whitford as Patrick Landry.
Yeah.
So the movie starts off with Kenna. She was released early from prison after being sentenced to prison for 7 years for vehicular manslaughter under DUI. We learned that later, but that's just what it is. So Kenna's out early from prison, and she moves back to her hometown. She moves into a apartment complex, and she is also looking for a job.
Proving hard to find with her record. There's a lot of people that won't hire her because she has a criminal history.
Yeah.
Even in a small town, she's having a hard time finding a job. This apartment complex that she moves into, it is a very
They said
shitty,
DEI where? I'm just kidding.
very shitty motel-looking apartment complex. She's having a hard time paying the rent, so the landlord makes her a deal that if she takes a kitten, she doesn't have to pay for the security deposit. More apartment complexes should do that.
And then she ended up naming the cat Ivy after a woman who looked after her in prison. Yes.
So after having a difficult time finding a job, she wants to go to the bookstore that her and her late boyfriend Scotty used to frequent. But when she goes to the bookstore, she finds out that it was turned into a bar, and the bar is now owned by Ledger, who is Scotty's childhood best friend. I guess intro to the characters. Do you have anything to say about them?
Yeah, like Ledger, as stated, he is his childhood best friend, but he is now the father figure in a sense to their child,
D.
I thought they kept saying Demi. Is that her name?
DM is what I heard.
Oh, DM. You're right.
They call her D, but I couldn't tell what her name was.
I was like, I need subtitles.
And by
what are they
child,
saying?
we mean the child between Kenna and her deceased boyfriend, Scotty.
Yeah. Who the guardians are Scotty's parents. So Grace and Patrick. But Ledger lives across the street, and he's helped raise her. And she's 5 years old. So he's been there her entire life. So that's him. He was an ex-athlete, NFL player, but he got a shoulder injury.
I think for the Broncos. I think that's like the whole thing with the Broncos. Like he wanted to play for them.
That flew over my fucking head. Yeah, some of the things I was like, why do they keep bringing this up? And that's pretty much it. He also he owns this bar. He has I don't even remember his worker's name, his employee's name, but
I forget.
There's little side characters. So he has 2 employees, one female that's pregnant, the one male that he helped kind of off the street. He was an alcoholic. And now he's like 3 years sober or some shit like that. But anyway, so they kind of help a little bit with the story, but that's it. That's basically it. Oh, and then our little what's her name? The Down syndrome girl.
Yeah, I forgot her
She
name.
was the best.
So
She was so
Kenna,
funny.
when she moves into the apartment complex, this younger girl with Down syndrome, also lives there, and she also works at the same grocery store that Kenna ends up being able to get a job at.
They call her Lady Diana.
There we go. Period.
Okay.
But the actress's name is Monica Myers.
Work.
Yeah.
During the intro as well, we also get flashbacks of like when Scotty first met Kenna, which was at the Dollar Den, which is a dollar store that Scotty or Kenna worked at, and Scotty would come in and then he asked her out on a date. So that's where she first met Scotty and they first started dating.
That was really cute.
Yeah.
So he went in, he was like, just
The
picked up a
plate,
plate
sure.
and he's like, I'd like to buy
A
this.
plastic plate.
A plastic plate. And so she rang him up and then she was
She
like,
said, see you next time.
yeah. And then he goes
Buys
to pick up
another one.
another plate.
And then asks for her number. And then she's like, store policy, I don't date customers. And so he's like, ma'am, I need to return these plates.
He's like,
And
I'm
then-
never shopping here ever again.
Yeah.
So will you go on a date with me now?
That was so cute. Okay.
And in that flashback, Scotty's also driving Ledger's pickup truck because she makes a comment like, oh, like, are you going to take me out in that ugly orange truck?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, it's my friend's, I'm borrowing it. And so that's how when Kenna goes into the bar for Ledger, they're like flirting. She doesn't know Ledger because she's never met Ledger before. And he's never met Kenna. And so she ends up she leaves her notebooks because she has notebooks that she writes in. Leaves her notebook. She comes back. And then Ledger's like, I'll let you out through the back. She goes out the back, sees the orange pickup there, and then realizes that that is Ledger.
Mm-hmm.
And then she freaks out. And
Well,
runs
someone
away.
calls his name. And
Oh,
then
yes,
she
yes,
hears
yes.
the name, so that's where she starts kind of freaking
Oh,
out.
the
and then
employee.
she sees the,
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. 'Cause they're
the
like-
employee with no name
Yeah.
because we forgot it.
Yeah, they're like flirting. He asks for her number, and she's like, I don't have a phone because she didn't say, but
She's
straight
like,
out of
fresh out of prison.
And
Don't
then they're
got a
like, yeah,
phone.
Ledger, we need you. And then she freaks out.
Oh,
Runs away.
the friend's name is Roman.
Roman, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And mind you, this hotel is far as fuck.
Like
From-
across the highway. Yeah. Like
She like
she's
literally walks down a
walking-
dirt road.
She's long walking that bitch every day.
Mm-hmm. Long walking it.
where, or did it say where it's supposed to be?
Oh.
Like where they're supposed to be in the movie.
Let's see.
Because it was filmed in Canada, because I looked it up during the thing. So I was curious.
Canada.
But, oh, Canada.
Oh, Canada.
But I'm sure it was like supposed to be Midwest or something like that. Or East Coast.
Well, it doesn't say in Wikipedia.
The book here just says a small town.
Okay,
Oh my God.
Wow, Colleen Hoover.
that's it. That's all
Can
we
you
get.
think of
So
it?
a small town.
It's primarily set in a small, unnamed town in the United States.
Okay.
fucking
work.
lazy ass writing.
So according to
Uh.
Google AI, the 2026 film adaptation of Reminders of Him was filmed in Calgary, Alberta, in Canada, and surrounding areas, substituting for the book's setting of small town Colorado/Wyoming, which is very far apart. So I don't understand what that means.
One's here.
One's
here.
there.
They're like, pick one, I guess.
Whichever one you
Which,
want.
because it was like, it would be sunny, so they were wearing shorts, but then it'd be pouring rain. So that's why I was like, where are we?
Yeah.
This girl's shorts, let me tell you. I said, oh, do we have any shorter ones? Like, fuck,
Or
girl.
Gucci out.
But
You
literally,
have the shortest shorts.
but I'll give her that she has really nice legs.
She does.
If
she
I
has
had
great
legs like that, I'd be wearing fucking Gucci shorts too.
right.
One of my best friends, she has really long legs, and she wears the tiniest fucking shorts.
Legs for days.
Fucking vagina out all the time.
Lauren's friend, you know who you are.
You know who you are.
Kelsey.
Oh, Kelsey.
Now everyone knows who you are.
Yeah. Okay, so those are our intros to the characters. So after that, Kenna decides that she's gonna go try to visit Dee and goes to Scotty's parents' house. But as soon as her Uber drops her off, or taxi or whatever, Ledger sees her standing in front of the house because he lives across the street, and then he goes and he stops her. He like drags her to his house, which the most unrealistic drag of all time, because he's like walking behind her and she's like, no, Ledger, stop, no, I need to go see them. And she's just like walking. So stupid.
Grace, shut the door. I was like, first of all, like, way to like make her fucking freak out.
Yeah, I would have been like, is there a fucking shooter? What is happening? Yeah. So Then Ledger brings her inside. He's like, I'm going to pull the car into the house, take you home. Kenna's like, fuck that. So she goes across the street again. Ledger grabs her, puts her in the car, takes her back to her apartment.
And his ass is so stupid. I'm going to put the truck in the garage and then we're going to go. So, like, they couldn't see her. But, like, you're doing the most.
Yeah.
Just get her in the fucking car.
Literally. It's right there, too, from the front door.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then Ledger takes her back to her apartment. They kind of have a little tense moment. So then after this, we do get flashbacks of when Dee was first born. Or what is her name? DM?
GM. Yeah.
They go down in the DM. They go down. We get a flashback of when Kenna was pregnant with Dee. And we see that Dee was born. And as soon as she was born, Kenna didn't even get to see her. And she was immediately taken away from her while she was in prison.
Yeah. So her baby, Dee, was born premature. 6 weeks,
6 weeks
premature.
right? Yeah.
So her lungs weren't developed. So she had heard that even if you are incarcerated, like you're able to be with your baby for like 2 days or something. But she didn't get that because her baby went straight to the NICU. And so she never got to see her.
She didn't even get to name her then. Like, she didn't name her. They did.
Yeah.
After this, Scotty's parents are talking with Ledger, and they're adamant that Kenna comes nowhere near Dee. They say that they're going to call their lawyers and figure out what they can do so that way she can't be around her. And also, meanwhile, all this, Dee is like kind of asking about her mom as well. And she's like, oh, like saying something about her mom. And then she knows that her grandma is not her mom. Like, she's aware that that is not her mother. So she's kind of like asking the whole time about her mom, where she is. What is the grandma's name again?
Grace.
Grace makes up some lie about how like Kenna or her mom has to get a bigger car and then she can come see her.
Well, she also asks her too when she picks her up from her practice of whatever
Soccer or something.
fuck she plays. She's like, "When are you gonna die?"
Or she's like, "How old are you? Or how old am I gonna be when you die?"
I was like,
She's like, "You don't need to worry about that right now."
So this girl is aware that like I don't have a mom, I don't have a dad. These aren't my parents.
But she loves Ledger.
Yep, she loves Ledger. Ledger loves her. He's been taking care of her as well since Scotty has passed. During all of this, Ledger does start to care for Kenna and her well-being because his employee, Roman, he reminds Ledger that Ledger took care of him when he was kind of down and out. And so he's like, you don't know, like maybe what she's going through. Ledger does go to check on Kenna at the apartment, which Kenna calls him out and is like, your conscience is clear in case I kill myself tonight. Like, your conscience is good.
That's when
the girl calls him a jerk.
Lady Diana. What did she call her?
Lady Diana.
Yeah, she little
She
girl's
said,
fucking
"Jerk."
funny. She knocks on his window and he's like, "Oh," rolls down the window. She goes, "Who? Like, hi, like, who is this?" or whatever. And Kenna's like, "This is a man that won't let me see my baby." She's like, "Jerk."
No, she asked first. She goes, "Is this your dad?"
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
So she calls him a jerk because he is a jerk.
Ledger.
Jerk.
And a jerk. We also get a couple flashbacks as well. Well, no, this wasn't a flashback actually, but we find out that Scotty was going to propose to Kenna the night of his birthday and the night of his death as well. And there was a flashback before they left that night, and it was Scotty's birthday. They were at his parents' house with Kenna. Ledger was supposed to be there, but he couldn't be there. And Scotty was like, he knew it was really important. I wish he could be here. And then Kenna and Scotty leave, and they go do something at that time for his birthday.
They go to like the lake.
Yes.
Their favorite spot.
Yes. And they share an edible.
And they share an edible.
This lady in the restroom at the end of the movie, she was like, "Oh my God, I'm so naive. I thought they were just eating gummy bears." I didn't realize it was an edible. Literally, as I'm walking out of the bathroom, I said, "Nope." Very naive, ma'am.
She's probably like, why is this significant?
She was under DUI.
Yeah, like
she
you
went
didn't
to
see
prison.
any alcohol. So clearly, you're not just eating candy.
They got a sugar high.
Yeah, literally. As Ledger starts to be around Kenna more, he decides to offer her a job to work at the bar because Kenna says she can barely afford to pay her rent as she's trying to get her life together to prove to Grace and Patrick that she could care for her daughter. So Ledger offers to have her on the weekends, work in the back. That way no one sees her. When Kenna is working there, she does start to get close to his coworkers. Obviously, she's doing a great job. And then she does find out that Ledger was engaged previously from a invoice that was like a canceled wedding plan. And the fiance had broken off the engagement to Ledger because she wasn't the only woman in Ledger's life, referring to Dee, because he was really involved with Dee, and the fiance felt like she was sharing his attention.
Yeah.
So this is
I would just find it more attractive.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it does suck that like it's somebody else's child, so it's hard to like have to share that way. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like it's his family, basically.
Yeah.
Like it's his.
But it also too, it's not even his child.
Right.
So I feel like there should be a better understanding in that way. Because I can understand like it's like you have a connection to this child because it's yours with another woman, let's say. But no, he's literally taking care of his best friends.
yeah.
Like he has no
It's like his
connection
niece.
but that connection to
Yeah.
her. Yeah. So it's kind of like you have really nothing to be jealous about.
Yeah. Stupid.
This whole fucking movie.
The
Stupid.
whole story. I'm just kidding.
Can I buy a fucking phone finally?
Yeah.
Kenna buys a phone. Ledger one night after they're working, because I think it's after that point, there's like a little montage where they both keep like looking at each other and then looking away. And then the other one's looking. And then the
Yeah,
other
I'm
one
like, how
looks away.
convenient. You guys don't look at
I was
each
like,
other.
this is so
at the same
fucking
time.
stupid. It's taking up like 20 minutes of the movie.
So there's romantic tension building between them this entire time, obviously. And then there's like hesitation because obviously she was his best friend's girl. So there's some hesitation there.
And his best friend's parents fucking hate her.
Yeah, that
Which
too.
was stupid to me. That was fucking dumb. Also, meanwhile, Ledger's trying to play both sides too, because he's like trying to advocate to Scotty's parents that maybe we should talk to her, maybe we should give her a chance. And they're like, what are you talking about? Why would we do that? Yeah.
But then at the same time, he's preventing, like anytime Grace and Dee are anywhere near the vicinity of where Kenna is, he like
Like at her job.
rushes people away.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's a bagger at a grocery store. That's her first job. And then he is on FaceTime. He's at his bar working. He's on FaceTime with DM. She's in the car. She's like, oh, we're going to the grocery store. And then hangs up the FaceTime. And then he fucking drives a million miles per hour to get to the grocery store to intercept.
Yeah.
And he's like, get back in the car. Go. And fucking
And I'm like,
Kenna's like running after the.
Like, just keep calling.
Anyways, so
Makes a big scene.
Stupid.
For me, I'd be like, I'm just going to let the chips fall where they fall.
Yeah.
And after that incident is when they serve her papers with a restraining order.
Yes.
The parents do.
Yeah.
So now she's like, I got a fucking restraining order
Yes.
via text.
I felt bad for her. Yeah.
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 Yeah. So after the like little montage of them kind of looking at each other, whatever, Ledger takes Kenna back to her apartment complex. Not yet.
They have
She
a moment.
lets him inside, and I think this is when he sees the cross, the memorial cross that
Yes.
Kenna had picked up. So in the beginning of the movie, there was a memorial cross on the freeway where Scotty had died, and Kenna kicks it out and takes the cross because she's like, Scotty hated memorials. He would have hated this, but she still has the cross. And so when Ledger comes into the apartment, that is his memorial he put there. And he's like, what the fuck, Kenna? Like,
Oh, he sees it because he gives her an air mattress because she's been sleeping on the couch.
Yeah.
So when he rolls it out for her, then he sees
he
it.
sees underneath the thing. He's like, what the fuck? And then she's like, I know you still think I had an agenda coming into the bar the first night, even though I didn't know you. She goes to open the door to let him out. He pushes the door and she's right here. And then they kiss. And it's the most uncomfortable kiss I've ever seen.
And then he goes, fuck Kenna. And then he leaves.
Yeah.
And I'm
I was like, huh.
bro.
So unnatural. It was so
He
unnatural. I
says,
hated
God
it.
damn it, Kenna.
Anyway, they kiss. Okay.
Yeah, no chemistry in that kiss.
Zero chemistry. honestly, like they had more chemistry when they were not physical to me. As soon as they got physical, I was like, "Ugh."
Where it was more of like a longing versus like actual intimate moment.
Yeah, it was not good chemistry. So then Kenna gets served with the restraining order. To cheer her up, Ledger takes her to get snow cones and takes her to get Dee's favorite snow cone, which her favorite color was yellow. And I also thought it was cute because they kept playing the song Yellow. I don't know if you noticed that, by Coldplay.
He like is giving her like bits of information about Dee at this point since she can't see her. So like he's showing her videos, he's taking her to her favorite spots or getting her favorite things to help her feel closer to her.
Yeah. And Kenna though is her biggest thing is she wants to meet her daughter obviously, but she's not going to try to meet her to get her back. She just wants to meet her, and she knows she already lives a really good life and she wants that to continue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So with him helping her with that, she's also like, I want you to be in her life. Like I appreciate that you're in her life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she says that because Ledger goes to take her to the house that he built in the mountains. So he's been building this house for 4 years. He takes her up there and they share a moment where she's just like, I'm just happy that you're in her life and that you care about her so much. She like awkwardly grabs his hand.
Bro, I was laughing so hard because she was like this. This is how her arm, give me your hand. She was like this. That's literally what it looked like. I was like, and then they panned out and they showed again and they let go. But I was like, I really hope that they show this arm again so I could be like, do y'all see that?
It was just so uncomfortable.
And it was like,
everything was so
like shaking, like, what the fuck? I can't. I hate this movie.
Anyway, so then they end up going to work from there. This is where my notes stopped, by the way. So they end up going to work from there. And then that same night, Scotty's parents come into the bar and Ken is in the back. She sees them. And so she ends up slow-mo running out of the bar across the fucking highway to her apartment in the rain.
She's also doing this because she doesn't want to get Ledger in trouble.
Yes.
Because,
because she realizes that he's like sticking his neck out for her as much as he can.
Yeah.
And they're obviously developed feelings.
But also
this is when.
Dee.
Well, because also too, he knows that they are like absolutely not. Because he's like, oh well, we might not know the whole story, and they're like, no.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck to know any of the story, which again, stupid. So then this is when Ledger drives to the apartment, and he's like, "Thank you for doing that for me."
And then they fuck.
They fuck on her air mattress.
And then he goes, "What are you writing over there?" She writes in her notebook, right? So she's writing every night. And then she's like, you know, none of your business, blah, blah, because he knows that she writes letters to Scotty every day, basically. And she states that later on in the movie, she states that she would write letters to him because she felt lonely.
Yeah.
So every day she writes a letter. And then he goes, read it to me.
And she's like, you're not going to like it.
So she basically tells Scotty that they fucked. She fucked his best friend. That's what she literally wrote.
And the part that he may not like is that she said that Scotty was better. That he didn't hold the candles to Scotty, essentially.
Yeah.
And then he was like, but it was still good, right? Yeah.
Lame.
And then she said, the best. So which one is it? Is Scotty or is
she's
Ledger
like,
the
whatever
best?
you need to hear. Yeah. So then after that, I think this is kind of when Mother's Day happens.
Mm-hmm. He brings her flowers.
Yeah. So Ledger goes back to his house. He gives Grace flowers. And then he goes to Kenna's apartment complex. They're having like a Mother's Day brunch. He brings her flowers.
Lady Diana's like, so we're dating Ledger now?
Yeah. She's so funny.
Yeah, and she's like, happy Mother's Day, even to Kenna, because your baby was kidnapped.
And everyone's just like, yeah.
Yeah. And then I think does it just kind of jump to when Ledger and Kenna are caught?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
They're just having
right?
relationship moments, and then
The night that they stay at his house he's building is when Ledger is like, he wants to know, because he knows that she she told him prior that she wrote about the night that he died.
Mm-hmm.
And he really wants to know what happened,
Yeah.
which is like kind of, it's
That's fair because
Fair.
she's the only person who knows. Like
Who really
nobody knows
knows.
what happened.
yeah. And, you know, everybody thinks that they all thought that she was guilty because she pled guilty, but it's like nobody knows the story. So he asked her to tell him what happened the night that Scotty died.
Mm-hmm.
So she reads him her passage. And then it basically just says, so it goes back to a flashback. For his birthday, they were at the lake. They take an edible. They go diving naked, whatever. And then they're like, okay, great. Now let's go to a diner to go eat.
Mm-hmm.
So as they're driving, she hits a kind of like a pothole almost, or just like a rock, something.
A rock or something.
And it flips the whole fucking car. I was like, wow. I thought I was like,
It was a little
that itty bitty
dramatic.
rock.
I was like,
It was a little dramatic.
There
Like
could've-
it could have
a
been
bigger
raining.
rock.
The roads are icy.
Right. It could have been another car coming at them.
Yeah.
It was
a rock. And I'm telling you, the rock was like this.
Like
Yeah.
whatever car he was driving, don't get that fucking car, I guess, because it's not safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much, it didn't even have anything to do with being under the influence.
It was just an accident.
It was just an accident. So she hits the rock. The car tumbles over. It tumbles over upside down. Scotty's passed out. She wakes up. So she crawls out of the car. She's trying to wake him up. She's like, Scotty, he's not waking up. So then she feels his arm for a pulse.
There is no pulse.
There's no pulse.
And this is the arm that's crushed by a door because she's on
Yes.
the outside now.
Yes.
So she
And
thinks
she
he's
didn't
dead.
know his arm was crushed. So she thought he was dead this entire time.
But she tries to go to get help.
Mhm.
And she's walking again
one
across the
flip-flop on.
freeway. Can't
Did you
literally.
guys know? I mean, she was in a car accident. Y'all notice that? I said, damn, she long walking again with one flip flop on.
No one
No one
stops to
stops.
help her. So she just keeps going until finally she passes out. And then she's arrested.
Yeah, she's
And she's like
arrested.
bloodied up.
And they're questioning her, like, did you know he was still alive? Did you try to call anyone? Did you know? And like in the narration, she's like, I didn't know that your arm was crushed and that had no pulse. I didn't know you were still alive. And that goes back to like Ledger said like, they were just saying that you had no remorse during the hearing.
Mhm.
And she was like, I was literally broken. Like I had nothing. I felt like I had nothing to live for.
Mhm.
And she didn't know she was pregnant at the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she pled guilty
Yeah.
because to her, she lost everything, which was Scotty.
Mhm.
Which I kind of wish they would have talked about her family. Because like she said that Scotty was the closest thing she had to home, but it never mentioned like what her actual home life was.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
so many plot holes.
And
yeah.
it mentioned nothing about her family.
Like her background.
Yeah. I would have liked to at least have mentioned of like, oh, I came from like this was my family. And so that's why he was my family.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway.
Yeah. So their entire thing was like, they're charging her because she left him there to die.
Right.
But she thought he was dead the entire time. So that's her
That's her story. And then Patrick ends up at his house because he was looking for him because he wasn't at his house across the street, and walks in on them with, he sees her and then he flips out. So then he drives all the way out to the house.
He drives all the way home and then has time to get the hose out and is gardening his shit.
She's like,
And
I need
was
to
like,
dissociate.
And what's his name?
Patrick.
No, Ledger.
Ledger.
Ledger. We're forgetting all the names. They're not important.
No, my name
I only-
is Patrick.
Ledger tries to confront him. Fucking Patrick socks him in the face.
Twice.
Twice. He's not letting Grace talk to him. So now there's a big issue. And they're not allowing Ledger to see DM either. My cousin did tell me that 'cause she read the book. She said they completely erased Ledger's parents.
Oh.
Because why the fuck does Patrick go to his house to find him when it's Ledger's parents that find them? At that house.
Oh. Different.
Because it kind of does make sense.
they probably
Like,
didn't
why
wanna
are you
pay-
driving all the way over
They
there?
didn't want to pay more cast members. They didn't want to cast more
Right.
people, basically.
They're like, we have a budget.
Yeah,
gotta
they're like,
stick-
we have enough
stick to
people.
it.
We can do it.
So then after that happens, Kenna's freaking out and she's just like, I need to leave. Like, I'm gonna
Causing
attack
more
her.
trouble. Like,
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is when I got up to go to the bathroom because I was like, I'm a
Oh,
little
this
bored.
is, yeah. So when she's in her apartment.
That's all that you missed.
She's packing up all her shirts. She had 5 shirts. She packed 4. That was something I said in my note. I said, you have a shirt in the fucking closet. You didn't pack it?
The details.
And she's ready to leave because, yeah, she feels like she's causing more trouble. And the one thing she doesn't want is DM to have a big change in her life, which is Ledger.
Yeah.
But then, you know, she says her goodbye with no chemistry to Ledger. And he ends up stealing her notebook.
Mm-hmm.
The one with her letter to Scotty about what happened.
Right. Then he shows up to their house and Grace is like, this isn't a good time, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, I just need you guys to read. He's like, I gave my life for 5 years to that girl. He's like, this is the one thing that you owe me. He goes, I need you to read one passage only. The rest of it is private. Just read it, and then hopefully this will open up to the idea of having a conversation with her. But he's like, you owe me that, which is kind of true. Like
he's dedicated his the last 5 years of his life to this child.
Ruined engagement.
Ruined
or
an engagement.
So they read it. They're like, okay, Grace ends up going to the apartment, stopping Kenna before she ends up leaving. They have a quick conversation, and she just basically tells her, you can come over for dinner. You can meet DM.
Yeah.
So she comes over for dinner.
She meets her.
They have their moment outside.
Kenna tells DM that
she's her mommy. And she's like, do you have a bigger car now? And she's like, I'm working on it. Yeah.
The one part that I did really like, but I also was really sad about, was when she went into the house after. So she, you know, has her moment with DM, and then she goes into the house because she's like, she wants juice.
That was when I teared up a little bit.
And then she asks Grace, because Grace is just mindlessly cleaning, you know, she's spying on them, but she's like mindlessly cleaning the kitchen. And she asks her, like, you know, is there anything that I can help you with? And this is the first time that Grace addresses DM as her daughter. She's like, no, go be with your daughter. And then of course she's like, I think it's for her, it was like, she was happy, but also sad. And I think it's probably she was sad because she's a mom herself, obviously, that she took away time from DM having a mom. That's how I saw it. Like, not like she's sad because
she feels like she's taking...
Yeah, like she's taking her away.
Away.
She's sad because she allowed her hate to build this gap for 5 years.
Yeah.
Well, she was in prison, you get that, but like, they didn't know what happened. Yeah. And then DM is comfortable with her. And then they live happily ever after.
Yeah.
That's literally the fucking
end
end.
scene is they go to put Ledger and Kenna and DM go to put the memorial cross back where Scotty passed. And then we get the narration of Kenna saying, you know, I wrote the letters because I was lonely and I've stopped writing to you so much, but maybe that's because I'm not so lonely anymore. And now there's just reminders of you that make me happy.
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite part. Wait, we forgot to mention this.
Oh,
So they had a
dad.
rekindling. Yeah, Patrick and Ledger had a little rekindling in the backyard. And it's how Ledger's sitting on the slide. I mean, the
Dad's
slide,
like-
the swing. And it's how he just like stares at him. And I was like, what is going on? Oh, I laughed so hard.
Awkward.
At that. It was very
And they
awkward.
had that pigeon joke.
Yeah.
Not notable.
It's a
Fucking
frickin'
stupid.
But if you think about it, it's like the woo-woo ladies would say that that was Scotty coming and visiting them.
Because apparently there are no pigeons where they live. They're not frequent, I guess. So if they see
Is that
a
a
pigeon,
freaking pigeon? And I was like,
I guess because it's
it's
not
a
a city.
pigeon.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
either Colorado or Wyoming. They don't have pigeons.
And that pigeon flew far. I said, there ain't no way that pigeon making it that far.
Yeah.
That's that.
And that's it.
And
Yay. All right, ratings. I'll go first. So I give it a
wait,
4.
can I say the
Jesus.
online rating?
Yeah, you can.
Give Jess a beat.
You can.
The Rotten Tomatoes score is 56%. And then the IMDb is 6.5 out of 10.
D.
D.
Okay.
Well, I also give it a F. Mine is a 4 out of 10. I thought there was way too many plot holes. I I was hoping that, you know, maybe if I read the book, it would be better. But my cousin read the book and she's like, girl, it's the fucking same shit.
Oh.
The only thing that's missing are the parents.
There's no expansion on the other storylines? Or like other characters?
Not from what she said. So think of it. It's like, just like it ends with us. It was like almost to the T.
Yeah.
And I was kind of just sad the whole movie. The movie like made me, like I was just sad for them. But also too, I think what I hate the most about the whole story is that it's saying reminders of him and they didn't pay homage to Scotty when that's what it's supposed to be about. It's more so of like, yeah, I understand there's trying to be a romance with his best friend and whatever, but like the fucking title is Reminders of Him. So I want to know every little thing that reminds you of him, and it would have brought the story more together for me. Whether that brings them more grief or whatever the heck, you know? But I was just like, this is just fucking sad. It's sad for her because of what happened to her. It's sad for the parents because they lost their son. It's sad for him because he gave up his whole fucking life that he didn't need to for his best friend's kid, and he can't move, and he feels like he can't move on. So I'm like, this is just sad. And then, yeah, they get their happy ending at the end, but I was like, awesome. The last 0.05%, it's like happy. Like, nah. But it was an underwhelming sad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I would like to cry in these movies. It didn't give me that. So 4, that's my F. F minus.
Yeah. I think I give it a 3, honestly.
Damn, that's FFF.
I thought it was fine. I kind of thought it was boring, though. I felt like it could have been a little shorter because I just felt like there was a lot of filler scenes. Some of the characters, I was like, they're just kind of there. They're not doing anything. Ledger and Kenneth's chemistry, awful. Plot holes. And yeah, I just felt like it was fine. But I was just like, it's just kind of boring. I was just kind of bored.
Yeah, I'll give it a 5. It's mid.
That's still an F.
Yeah, I'm bumping it up a couple points from you guys because I like Lady Diana and the funniness.
Oh, she was good.
And the comedy. She was comedy raised. And the cinematography was pretty good, so I'll give it that. But yeah, it was pretty boring and it didn't really make an impact whatsoever for being...
It could have been better.
Yeah, like a tragic, I guess, story.
I want a sad movie. I want to cry.
That's what I was hoping from the trailer.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is going to get us in our feels.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
I didn't.
Lovely.
I miss movies like The Fault in Our Stars.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
have been
That was
movies.
great.
I remember. The one movie that made me cry a lot, and when I first watched it, and even to this day, if I rewatch it, I still get teary-eyed, is A Walk to Remember.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh, yeah.
Rip my heart out, throw it on the ground.
Did you guys, I read and watched 5 Feet Apart.
Mm-mm.
That's, it's like a story about, they have like this disease where they can't be more than 5 feet apart from each other.
Cole Sprouse.
Yes, Cole Sprouse and Haley Lou Richardson. Oh, so sad. The book is fucking so sad, but very sad. I like that movie though a lot.
Justin Baldoni directed that one.
Really? Oh, it's a very good movie.
I'll have to watch.
One movie that pops up into my head that I literally like was sobbing, which it's going to sound funny, but it's the specific part, is Best Man Holiday. Have you guys ever heard of The Best Man?
Yes.
That movie? So it's a comedy, whatever, and whatnot. Best Man Holiday has all the same actors, but one of the main characters has cancer. She never tells her friends. She doesn't tell, and her husband does know. But then, of course, when it's finally her time, he has to like let people know. And he's a football player, professional football player.
Oh, okay.
They're all football players in all these movies, clearly. And he plays his last perfect game, and she's like ready to be put to rest. But he plays his last perfect game, and she was able to watch, and then she ends up dying like maybe 2 days later.
That's sad.
And when they're at the funeral, and this is where they do the ceremony outside, and they put them in the ground, whatever.
Yeah.
His name is... No, that's not the actor's name. The actor's character name is Lance.
Oh.
Every time Lance has a Lance, we laugh about it. I forgot the actor's name, but the way he played that scene, I was like, like in the theater, and I watched it with one of my guy friends. And he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Are you not crying?" Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
So sad.
Oh.
Sobbing, y'all, sobbing. What's his name?
Well, this movie did not make us.
Oh,
you know,
Morris
no.
Chestnut.
Oh, yeah. He's
Yeah.
in a lot of those movies. Yeah. No, it
Yeah,
was
no
sad.
tears.
Like I was like a little teary-eyed, but I was like, I'm not crying.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was mid.
Yeah.
If you watched it or read it and or both, let us know what you think.
Listen, don't fuck up Verity. Because if you do, Colleen Hoover, just fucking stop. Stop
I saw your movie.
stop allowing adaptations of your terrible books
There are
Oh.
so many good books and stories to make
that are not
now.
hers. But I vote for Verity still because I like that one.
We're voting for The Last Letter. That's
I
not
think
your
that is
book.
getting an adaptation for sure.
Yeah.
We haven't read it yet, but
Not
we're going
Colleen
to.
We're
Hoover.
going to.
Rebecca Yaros.
We'll
Mhm.
film our reactions to whatever chapters are supposed to be the saddest.
Yeah.
Because we know there are some.
But it's probably the ending too. They say like the last 40 pages.
Mm.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Tyreek Withers, fine.
Fine. Yep. Even his friend Roman, fine.
Yeah, he was
Mhm.
cute.
Yeah, he was cute. Very nice teeth.
That's what makes him
His
cute.
smile.
I mean, he's a good looking man,
Gorgeous.
but it's his smile for sure.
He had
Yeah.
very nice teeth.
And Tyreek Withers just reminds me of Jackson from
Jesse
Yeah.
Williams.
Yeah.
A younger version of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The
Both
green
fine.
eyes.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. That's all.
That's the movie.
Bye.
F's. F's all around.
F's all around.
Let us know if you give it a higher rating. You probably do. So it's fine.
Most people do.
Can't get lower than an F.
Yeah.